Hey everyone, it's Raven. Welcome back to the Nest. What I have for you all today, I'm going to be doing a mid-month budget check-in. I know it may seem like I'm doing this quite late in the month. However, if you are a current subscriber or you have been watching my videos for a minute, you know that I'm paid bi-weekly. So I actually budget bi-weekly, but I do like to do an overall monthly budget. So in a sense, even though we're kind of towards the end of May and I'm doing a mid-month check-in, it really is mid-month for me because I did not get paid. My first paycheck for the month of May wasn't until mid-May. I got paid I think on the 14th or 13th or something like that. So this is technically mid-month for me, and then the end of the month for me would be more into June. So it just all makes sense for me. So if you are interested in seeing that, stay tuned. Okay, before we get into the budget, I wanted to quickly show something as well as get a poll on something. And I'm hoping I get some really good responses back. Come on, you guys. I just, I'm trying to be very interactive here. So what I'm actually going to talk about first is kind of the struggles that I'm having with my budget, particularly my variable spending. I'm having moments where I'm either going over budget sometimes in some of my variable spending, and my variable spending would be like my cash envelopes. So that would be like my gas, my food, pet expenses, household, personal, things like that. And I had these problems way back when I first started getting into budgeting and finance, and it was more of a discipline thing, I guess. And what I actually did was I reverted to doing actual cash envelopes, and that kind of helped me become more disciplined and with my money and my variable spending, because with actual money it's more of a mental thing for me where I'm actually seeing it, and I'm seeing it deplete and go away and seeing what I have left. Whereas with my debit card, I mean, even though I can go in and check and see how much money I have, you don't get that same psychological attachment, that you would if you had actual cash. You're just swiping away, swiping, or at least that's for me. I'm not saying that's the thing for everybody, but it is for me. So one thing I've been thinking about is going back to actual cash envelopes. However, one of the reasons why I moved from cash envelopes in a physical sense was that I actually lost my wallet, or it was stolen. It's still a mystery to this day, and it was at a time where I was actually using actual cash envelopes, and it was in the middle of a paycheck budget for me. So I lost pretty much half of what I had left in my cash envelopes, which was half of my my cash envelope allotments, because my cash envelopes have always kind of teetered around like between $500 and $400 or so. So with it being in the middle of a paycheck budget, I lost a little over $200, and it was just gone. I mean, luckily I had savings and things that I could adjust, but it was a pretty emotional experience for me. Just not only losing the cash, I lost my whole wallet, or it was stolen. We don't know. So what I actually have been thinking about doing, and this is where the poll part comes in. So I purchased off of Amazon these it's like prop money. That is what this is. It's prop money. It's not actual money, because if you see here, it has like motion picture use only, and then on the back it says the same thing. It actually looks very realistic to actual money, but it's not. So because I was researching different ways of how to become a bit more disciplined when it's with like finances and things like that, and the thing that I kept seeing was, of course, cash envelopes. Well, I came across a posting, like a blog post, where this chick, and I will try to link it below if I can. I'm gonna go back in my history and try to find it, and then I'll link it below, where she actually uses prop cash for her cash envelopes, and that is how she still keeps that digital aspect of budgeting and all that, and then she still has that kind of physical, attachment to the money that she is spending. So I went onto YouTube as well and looked up I just put in the search cash envelopes with prop money, and several videos actually came up where people were using prop money. So I'm teetering on thinking to do that. I haven't yet. I still got a little bit ways to go before my next payday, before I decide to actually do this. And in a sense, basically what I would do is I would lay out my cash envelopes same way as how they're set up in my digital, like in my accounts. I have this so much for gas, then this for that, and that for that. And as I spend the money, I will remove the prop money from the envelope. So I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I don't really know. So I'm still deciding. So I thought I'd come here and ask you all what you think. So definitely go down in the comments and kind of let me know what your thoughts are. And then I will, like I said, I will have decided by the time I get paid again. So that is one purchase that I did make for that. And these weren't very expensive. I think I paid for this in total. Like I had to buy separate like lots, but I think I paid in total like $20 for this, maybe 15. It definitely wasn't expensive. So there's that. And then I have this. I actually did not purchase this. This was gifted to me for Christmas, and it was at a time where I was not even considering using cash envelopes again. But the person who got me this, it was a very thoughtful gift. They knew that I was a budgeter, planner, and kind of into all that kind of stuff. So they got this for me for Christmas, and it is a budget wallet. And as you can see, like, this is just so sad, y'all. I did not open this person's gift. If they look at this video, they were like, she didn't even open my gift. But so what is it? This is a wallet, and it is a cash envelope wallet. So I'll look at it real quick. It has like your slots for your credit cards, and then your ID, and then there's a little slot here in the back that you would put these into, like that, and that's how you would separate out your cash for your cash envelopes. So you got your little pocket right here, or you can put some extra stuff in there. And then I think it actually comes with some other stuff. Let me go ahead and just open this up. I'm doing a very poor unboxing right now, but it's okay. This looks like a little advertisement thing here. Thanks. Yep. Okay, yeah, so these are little cards where you can like lay out your cash envelopes for the yearly budget. Okay, that's cute. And then I'm assuming these are the stickers, yeah, that you would place on the tabs to, you know, put your cash envelope categories and whatnot. These are actually quite cute. I'm gonna look at those in a second. So yeah, that's what that's for. And then these are slips, budgeting slips, so you can put, like, track your spending and all that for each of your categories. And you get quite a few of these here, so. Alright, so these are the envelopes that were provided. And there are different little patterns, which is cute. Yeah, these are cute. So, like I said, you would stick them in here, and then you would insert your cash. So let me, because I just want to see how it fits. So like, let's put this right here in the front. Oh, and it fits quite effortlessly. So let me take it out so you can see. Yep, it fits quite effortlessly. And then you stick that right in there. So, and if I do decide to do this with the prop money, I would switch to this wallet to do it, since I already have it. I'm not going to purchase something else just to, you know, do something. I'm going to use what I got. And I think, oh, this is a little loop. Yeah, so I can actually clip this on here as well. Or is there a clip on the bottom? Yeah, here it is. I can clip this on here to make it a little wristlet. Oh, it don't want to. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm like, it don't want to clip. The clip don't want to open. Okay, yep, there we go. And then you can use it as like a wristlet, which I do like. The wristlet broke on my other one, well, my current wallet that I'm using. So, yes, I like that. It's going to have a wristlet on it. So, like I said, if I were to move to using prop money to do cash envelopes again, I will convert to this. However, like I said, I wanted to kind of get a poll and see what you guys are thinking. And if you all think that would be a good idea, or if you have other suggestions on how I can kind of get myself back disciplined with my cash envelopes. I just, you know, we all have our struggles, you know, this journey, and that's what it is. It's a journey. It's not always going to be roses and sunshine, you're going to have problems that you're going to have to correct, and that's just the way things go. So there is that. Ooh. So that, like I said, definitely let me know down in the comments what you all think. Okay, let's just move forth to the budget. Let's move forth to the budget so we can do an update. Where's my pen? Here it is. Okay, so checking in here. And let me zoom in a bit. Okay, all right. Full-time income. It was actually budgeted at, the actual amount was what I budgeted, $2,145.77. I am salaried, so that doesn't change. Online income, I will add that in as we close out this budget, so we'll come back to that. All right, as far as bills that have been paid already, Allstate has been paid, which is my car insurance. That came out at $133.67 as budgeted. T-Mobile, which is my phone account, that came out as budgeted at $175.15. MLG&W, I did pay them. It was less than what was budgeted. I budgeted at $200, and I actually only had to pay $150. And that is a manual pay. And somebody had made a comment about that MLG&W will never come out of pay. They absolutely will not. No, ma'am. Allstate, that is my renter's insurance. That came out as budgeted at $17.68. Amazon Music and AT&T have not happened yet. Those are auto pays that are set up for the 23rd. Let's go on down to debt payments. My debt payments have been made. $225 for legal fees. And then Capital One Auto, as I mentioned, I think in my last video, or maybe when I was setting up my monthly budget, I am splitting up my payments up into bi-weekly payments. So this paycheck I put towards $200. My actual car note is $250. It's like $240 something, but I rounded up to $250, and then I pay an extra $150 on top of that to round it all the way up to $400. So I just split those up over my paychecks. So I did pay $200 towards that. So we can actually go ahead and total out debt payments, and they were as budgeted at $425. Alright, and let's flip over to, these are my cash envelopes. I will put my actuals in as we close out the budget, but I will go ahead and talk about house and personal. I've actually blown the budget on those, and that's when I'm going back to, you know, trying to become more disciplined with that. And the stuff that I got was like stuff that I didn't even need. So I'm just, you know, trying to figure out a way to, and not that I would always be this strict on myself and try to put myself in a box, but this year, however, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission about house. So I'm having to make, you know, sacrifices in order to prepare for that. So I feel like I've been doing a lot of balling out since, you know, coming into my career as a nurse, which is kind of when my income and finances really skyrocketed, because like I said, I went from not making that much money to making a significantly more amount of money when I became a nurse. So I spent quite a few years balling out, and it's now time to stop balling out to get stuff done. So like I said, I'll put these actuals in once, you know, we get to the end of this paycheck budget, but I will, like I said, go ahead and say I have went over budget in home and personal. Next, for sinking funds, I did put my $100 in for my home sinking fund, and I will put the total in at the end of the paycheck budget because I don't have that written down right now. Car, I did put in my $10, and I actually had to use this recently. I had to get a new tire for my car, so I did have to dip into that. And again, I will put the totals in for that once we get to the end of this paycheck budget. Vacations, I budgeted $40, and I did actually put in $40. While we were talking about sacrifices, the reason why I'm still putting money towards vacation sinking fund, even though vacations is not like a necessity or something that I need to have right now, I do have a trip that I will need to be, well, I don't have to take it, but I'm going to. My brother is getting married in December, and I will be attending the wedding. He does not live in Tennessee, so I'm going to have to travel for the wedding, and I just plan to make it like a vacation, you know, either go a couple of days before the wedding or stay a couple of days after. So, but I'm going to that wedding either way. I may change my mind about staying, you know, extra days or whatever, or coming early. I may change my mind about that, but I will most definitely be going to that wedding, and the cost for that is going to come out of this vacation sinking funds. My first sibling to get married, so I will definitely be there. Okay, moving on to investments and other savings. Stash gets $60 every 2 weeks. That did go into there, and again, I will put my totals in at the end of the paycheck budget. Savings challenge number 1, I'm budgeted to do $287, and that is my $1 monthly savings challenge. I will link a video above kind of going over what my savings challenges are for this year, but I can't put the actual in for that because of the way that that savings challenge runs. It's like a daily amount that I'm saving, so I won't be able to put that into the end of the paycheck budget. Savings challenge number 2, I also will not be able to put the actual in for that because that is a weekly amount that I save, and we haven't finished the paycheck budget, so I can't put my actual in, but I am on track to meet the budgeted amount, so I will at least say that. I can't do any of my remainings yet because we're not at the end of the paycheck budget. So that is how we're looking. I'm doing good as far as, you know, being in budget for all of my, you know, expenses and debt payments, even under budget a little bit for MLG&W, and that actually may even out what I went over in home and personal, but we'll look at it and really get down to the nitty-gritty of the numbers once we close out the budget. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. Please, please, please put down in the comments what you are thinking about me reverting back to cash envelopes but using prop money in place of real money. Just kind of let me know what you think, and I'll definitely let you all guys know what I do decide to do with that. So, or any other suggestions that you may have about how to help me become more disciplined with my cash envelopes. So again, if you all enjoyed this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. What are you doing with your life? I'll see you guys next time. Peace.